Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's time for another live NBA sports betting stream. It's Myguyknowsaguy here on my sports betting prediction channel. I've had a long day, people. Long day. I just want to say thank you guys for your support. Thank you for your patience as well. It's time for NBA picks, player props, and predictions. I almost didn't stream today. Just no joke. Actually wasn't feeling like betting on sports today at one point, but everything is good now. And I'm here with another live stream for you guys. Not sure how long I'm going to be here today on stream, so I'm just going to let you guys know that now, but I will try to add a few more bets for the rest of the slate. I have 4 picks below for 2 of the games, the game between the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat, as well as the game between the Indiana Pacers and the Milwaukee Bucks, guys. It's a bit of a strange slate today. Not the most enticing schedule on the NBA card, but shout out to you guys. You guys crushed the slate once again yesterday. The sharpest chat on earth. The realest chat on earth. Just want to say thank you guys for being here. Let's be grateful for another day. And let's see what happens in the association tonight, where suspicious lives. I was not pleased to see Luka Doncic leave the game with an extremely mysterious injury that still hasn't been, accurately described. You guys saw what happened last night, but it doesn't really matter. And then I went on social media and realized that the entire world bet Luka Doncic last night. But either way, I do hope that Luka Magic is all right. I don't like to see anyone get hurt. But regardless, guys, we're on to another slate today. We have 6 games in the NBA slate. Go ahead and smash the like button for me. The 4 bets that I have so far are player prop bets. I'm looking to possibly live bet a few of these spreads if I'm here during the games. I'll let you guys know how I feel closer to the games, but I'll give you guys my list of player prop projections for a few of these games, and I'll see if I can add more bets for you guys. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe to my channel as well. Things have been going really well here on the stream. Love to connect with you guys, people from all over the world here sharing bets left and right. Drop those bets in the chat. Let's see what we can accomplish today in the association where suspicious lives. The Heat Celtics game could be really interesting. Unfortunately, there's a big time hit job on the injury report with that Knicks Pistons game that many people were anticipating. I do have a poll in the chat. Who do you guys think covers tonight? The Grizzlies plus 9.5 or the Blazers minus 9.5? I know that's a strange poll, but I'm interested in your opinion nonetheless. We already have close to 100 votes on the poll as well. It was pretty cool to see that we've had over 300 people watching during the stream at one point or another for 4 days in a row. And that's been really cool to see. If you're new here, I'm Myguyknowsaguy. This is my sports betting predictions channel. Obviously a huge weekend ahead in the sports calendar with the Super Bowl, but I've been going live both before and during the games just about every day this season. It has been a grind, but it's been really fun. It's been a positive betting season so far for us here on the stream. So if you're new here, subscribe to my channel. My picks so far are all player props. Jaylen Brown over 4.5 assists. Obviously, you don't really see that in many places, but I do think he has an edge to go over 4.5 assists. I think we have an edge there at minus 118 odds to win a half unit. Bam Adebayo over 3.5 assists. Now, this one is a bit eye-catching because it's plus 176, but I am taking a long shot here on Bam Adebayo of the Miami Heat to go over 3.5 assists at plus 176 odds. I'm risking a half unit there. I also think there's a substantial edge on over 2.5 assists at minus 160 odds for Bam Adebayo. If you want to take a bit of risk off of the table. I'm also going with Derek White of the Boston Celtics under 5.5 assists at plus money, plus 114 odds there. And then I'm going with a stream favorite here. TJ McConnell over 9.5 points at minus 102 odds. That's the biggest bet of the day for me to win 1 unit. I also think he has a decent chance to go over his assist line at 4.5 assists. I did contemplate betting the over points and assists combined category, but I'm rolling with his points for now. I'll let you know if I add the assist bet. So yeah, if you guys can smash the like button for me. Let's see who's here. I'll give you guys a shout out. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started, guys. Give me 1 second just to log back into one of my sports books. Okay, done. Let's see who's here. Thank you guys for your patience. Cleveland, welcome back. Hepic 7, P Patrol, K Bills, EWM Community, Just Jokes in the chat as well. Godlike Player, Jobin Hoopin. Who else is here? Jay Darby, welcome back. Kels94, Top Secrets, Mike Montalvo, 462 for Life, Broken Camera Film. Who else is here? Rob CT. SK in the chat. Welcome back, brother. Alex King as well. Keegan, I see you. Donnie. Lil Monster, welcome back. Yachty. John Preston. BJ Anderson. Grips. Who else is here? M Stone. Problematic Gaming. Caduce. Jared Weiss, Don Plate, J-Main34. Who else is here? Drop those bets in the chats. I see you guys are going off already. The Crib, welcome back. Who else is here? Tasha as well. I hope you're having a great day, Tasha. Nasir, Don Plate, Jobin Hoopin, Sunny Capers, Ryan G. Who else is here? 510, Big Money. Joe Nesbitt, welcome back. Mo92, Hugo, my bro, Tashambi Mitchell. Tashambi Mitchell, I'll have something for you tomorrow. If you guys want some affiliate, some promo codes for sportsbooks. Fauci Banks as well. Derek Charbonneau, welcome back. Juan Chavez. And yeah. So yeah, if you guys can, smash the like button for me. We have 200 people watching already, 216 to be exact. Let's get the stream to as close to 216 likes, guys. And if you guys do that, I will add a play or two for the late games for you. Because to be honest, I have a lot going on offline today in more ways than one. That has nothing to do with sports. A lot of business that I've had to handle today, family-related business. And I just want to let you guys know, I'm not sure how long I'm going to be online today. But regardless, guys, if I do end the stream early, you guys can always follow me on Twitter or Instagram and check my story there. And I will post bets there as well. So I just want to recommend that. Let's go ahead and do a quick check on the injury report, and then I'll break down a couple of these games. I'll go through my player prop projections. I did have a chance to crunch the numbers at length earlier, so I just want to say best of luck to you guys with all of your bets. Remember, don't bet more than you can afford to lose. Anything can happen in sports betting. You can get wiped at any moment. Remember that you are in control of your funds. And yeah, I just want to say best of luck with all of your bets, guys. Let's go ahead and get started with the stream. Okay, so Bobby Portis is available to play for the Bucks tonight. I have some interesting thoughts on that game. Stick around. OG Anunoby is a game-time decision for the Knicks today. Josh Hart is ready to return after sitting out against the Nuggets the other day in that double overtime thriller. Karl Anthony Towns has been ruled out for the Knicks tonight. Julius Randle will play for the Timberwolves. Jalen Duren is a game time decision. We know that he left the game last night when they lost on the money line to the Washington Wizards as big time favorites, the Pistons. That was a shocker. We did watch that game together. Ousmane Dieng is available to make his Bucks debut today after being traded from the OKC Thunder. He is a fringe player, though. Sabonis is out for the Kings tonight. They are hosting the Clippers. Kyle Anderson is questionable to play today. I believe he did return to the Grizzlies via the trade market from the Utah Jazz. Kyle Kuzma is out for the Bucks. Duncan Robinson is probable for the today for the Pistons. Tobias Harris is still probable. We're waiting for the official starting lineups there. The game starts in about 30 to 40 minutes. What else here that's relevant? Jose Alvarado will not make his New York Knicks debut today after being traded from the Pelicans. Denny Avdia is questionable for the Blazers. This was a big one. Ty Jerome is out for the Grizzlies. I mean, one could argue that the Grizzlies have started to win a couple of games that that the front office did not want to win. They took everyone's money. They took the entire world's money against the Timberwolves the other day. We had them on the as a live bet in that one, and then they also took the world's money when, for some reason, the entire world was betting on the Kings the other day, and I bet on the Grizzlies again with you guys the other day. Ty Jerome was a major factor. This guy's averaging over 20 points a game in only 20 minutes averaged in his 3 games so far this season since making his season debut. He has been an absolute monster for the Grizzlies, but it's only a small sample size. Well, regardless, they are sitting him down tonight. That does not bode well for the Grizzlies, but we'll see. Aaron Nesmith is going to play for the Pacers here. The Pacers starting 5 is back after sitting out the other day against the Utah Jazz. Also, Jaylen Brown is not on the injury report, and neither is Sam Hauser for that big game against the Heat for the Boston Celtics. So let's see if we're still waiting for the starting lineups officially. This is a very strange day in terms of injuries. Let's see what happens here. We are going to start with this Celtics Heat game. Give me one moment. Just to open my notes and refresh things here. Okay, we just got the news, guys. OG Anunoby is out officially for the New York Knicks. He's officially out. So, I mean, there were a ton of people that bet the Knicks last night that I saw, on social media. And, I mean, this is a big-time hit job, injury report hit job here. This is a tough one, but, I mean, the Knicks, they can still compete here. Josh Hart is back, but we all know that OG Anunoby has been pivotal to the success of the Knicks recently. He has been a monster over the course of his last 5 games. We also have some more news here. Jalen Duren is out for the Detroit Pistons, so I don't know how I feel about this game now. I'm going to have to reevaluate my approach here. Jalen Duren is out. OG Anunoby is out, but Tobias Harris and Duncan Robinson will play. So let's see how that goes. Let's start with this Celtics game. I just want to say thanks a lot for that super chat donation, Derek Charbonneau. Best of luck to you. and everyone in the chat. Yeah, my Discord is free, Dom Plate. My Discord is free. Thank you so much for that super chat donation, Derek Charbonneau. It really, really does mean a lot. Thanks for that kind gesture and supporting the channel. Also, thanks for becoming a member here. He said, happy Friday, my guy, and everyone in the chat. Let's get it tonight. Sending you guys nothing but positive vibes. Everyone, thanks a lot for that. Derek Charbonneau, an absolute real one. Okay, positive projections here for this. As you guys know, Nikola Vucevic is going to make his debut tonight for the Boston Celtics after being traded from the Chicago Bulls for a draft pick and Anthony Simons. It remains to be seen if he's going to start or not, but maybe he'll come off the bench. We'll see how that goes. Vucevic gives them a different look here. He gives them a stretch big, something that they haven't had on their roster this season. We know they no longer have Kristaps Porzingis. They no longer have Al Horford either. This is going to be a really interesting game against the Miami Heat. This is a Heat team that was destroyed at home, especially in transition, guys, offensively and defensively the other day against the Atlanta Hawks. They're 6-point underdogs here on the road, 5.5-point underdogs on some books. It's a tricky spot for the Heat, in my opinion. I actually lean towards the Heat in this game, but I've decided not to fade the Celtics at this exact moment, given how well they've been shooting the ball, the balance that they have on offense. Their perimeter defense has really stepped it up recently. We were even seeing max effort defensively from Peyton Pritchard, something we haven't seen in other years. Derek White has been elite on the defensive end, so has Jaylen Brown. And their role players have been shooting the basketball at a very, very high rate. I lean towards the Heat on the spread here because of, their history against the Celtics. They played in a lot of tight games. Joe Mazzulla against Eric Spoelstra. But I'm actually, I backed out at the last second. I want to get a better line here. I have this one circled as a possible live betting candidate. It should be a really interesting game, guys. Let me just pull up a couple other stats for you, and I'll give you guys some player prop projections here, and then I'll move on to the Knicks game. Unfortunately, I have to go back to the drawing board with that Knicks-Pistons game. I was hesitant to bet that game in any capacity because of the injury report madness in that game. It sort of took the steam out of that one, in my opinion. So yeah, the Celtics over their last 5 games, a key factor for them, and the Celtics have won and covered the spread in each of their last 5 games. A key factor for them has been their offensive rebounding, not just Neemias Queta. We know he is their most physical player on the offensive boards. He is the anchor of their defense as well. When Neemias Queta is locked in, this Celtics team really does roll. But at the same time, he's not really a threat offensively. But as a team, we've seen a major collective effort from this Celtics team on the offensive boards, guys. They rank 3rd in the NBA in offensive rebounding percentage over their last 5 games. There's a direct correlation between that stat and their ability and how often they've been covering the spread recently. It's actually their ability to create second chance points has offset their major deficiency recently, which has been since January 1st, and this is pretty alarming. Since January 1st, the Boston Celtics are dead last in the NBA in free throws attempted. They have not been getting to the free throw line at a league average rate. But when you generate second chance opportunities, as the Celtics have done recently, that offsets that. So, just keep that in mind today. I'm expecting a tougher Bam Adebayo today, though. We will see. Eric Spoelstra directly challenged him after that loss against the Atlanta Hawks the other day to be tougher on the defensive end. We've seen a revitalization in the offensive game of Bam Adebayo recently, but it was pretty telling that his head coach wants to see more from him on the defensive end of things. There's still a vote of confidence from this front office, the Miami Heat front office in Bam Adebayo, because they didn't trade him. He wasn't linked in any trade talks, but he's still on the roster, and they want to see more from him. This is a Heat team that has been really inconsistent this season, although I am a fan of their depth. I'm a fan of what we're seeing from some of their younger pieces, Pelly Larson, Khalil Ware. I was talking about Pelly Larson earlier this season, guys, about being a player to watch, and now we're seeing a ton of handicappers bet on him. People who are just realizing who he is. Pelly Larson is a force in terms of efficiency. I think he'll have another big game today. He's a player to watch going forward as a key piece for the future of the Miami Heat. He is coming for Tyler Hero's job. But when you look at why this Heat team has been inconsistent recently, they haven't been haven't rebounding the ball on the offensive end effectively especially over their last 5 games. Also, this team hasn't been forcing turnovers on the defensive end. They're going to have to pick that up today against the team that doesn't turn the ball over. The Celtics are the best team in the league in terms of ball security. They do not turn the ball over. So let's see. Do you believe in the bounce back for the Heat? Are they going to try harder, or are you going to go with a consistent team in the Celtics here? It should be an interesting set of dynamics here for both teams. I'm actually looking to live bet this game. In terms of positive projections, I do have a positive projection for Andrew Wiggins to go over 14.5 points, but he's been too inconsistent for me to bet in any capacity during the new calendar year. Also, I have a positive projection for Jaime Jaquez Jr. to get to 4+ assists for the Miami Heat. When I crunched the numbers earlier, hit the like button for me, guys. We have 240 people watching, but we're not even at 100 likes. Smash that like button for me and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, thank you guys. Also, let's continue here. Before I move on to this Knicks game, I'm going to have to refresh the lines for the Knicks game. Yeah. I mean, and when you look at it, the Heat, I mean, it's not like they've been horrible since January 1st. This is a team that's been around 500 against the spread. But that game against the Hawks, it raised a few questions in terms of are they able to play effective defense in transition when teams speed things up? Offensively, the Heat are able to go blow for blow with many teams in the league offensively when they're involved in track meet games. But when opponents speed the game up, the Heat, their defense has suffered recently. So this is going to be a big time game for them, in my opinion. I'm not going to spend too much time on this game. Okay, yeah. So over their last 3 games, the Heat have forced a ton of turnovers. But since January 1st, they haven't been doing that. So I mean, but that number is actually heavily skewed by those 3 games in a row against the Bulls. Sorry if I'm stuttering, guys. I'm actually looking at a lot of info at one time here. In terms of an edge as well. And this has been huge for the Heat, guys. Their 3-point shooting has fallen off of the face of the earth over their last 3 games. They're only shooting 29% from 3 after being red hot from 3 in the 5 games prior to that. The Heat are only 29% from 3 as a team over their last 3 games. That's not going to cut it against the team from the Celtics that is around 36% from 3 over their last 3 games, which is just above league average. But when you consider the volume, the 3-point shooting volume of the Boston Celtics, I mean, the Heat are going to have to keep pace in this game. Both teams have been very unselfish. Both teams have assist to turnover ratios that are through the roof here. So these are 2 very unselfish ball clubs. Let's see how it goes. I'm looking to maybe get a better line with the Heat in game. Let's see how it goes, though. I'm going to move on to this Knicks Pistons game. Drop those bets in the chat as well. Shout out to you guys. So the New York Knicks, moving on, Knicks Pistons. The Knicks are. Oh, we do have the starting lineups out now. And Nikola Vucevic will not be starting, guys. Neemias Queta, Luka Garza, Sam Hauser, Jaylen Brown, Derek White. That's the starting five today. So, Peyton Pritchard going back to the bench. Let's see how this goes today. We also have the starting lineup out for the New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Mohamed Diawara, and Mitchell Robinson. So no OG Anunoby, no Karl Anthony Towns. The double big lineup is here as well for the Celtics, but let's see. Let's see how effective that is tonight. Okay, yeah, so the Pistons have failed to cover the spread in each of their last two games. Last night, they were 16.5-point favorites at home against the Washington Wizards. And the Wizards, I mean, I believe the Wizards, it's possible that was a wire-to-wire victory last night. That was by far the most impressive performance of the season for the Washington Wizards, the lowly Wizards. The Pistons looked disinterested in the first half of that game. They dug themselves a big-time hole. They came back in the second quarter to at one point they were within just a couple of points. But in the second half of the game, Jalen Duren, he left with an injury, and it was all Wizards in the fourth quarter as well. It was a big tease for the public who were betting on the Pistons live over and over again, chasing that live comeback. That was a big time win for the sports books on the money line live in terms of the public action. A few of the people here in the chat, they had the Wizards on the money line live. So just I want to say shout out to you guys, the sharpest chat on earth. So yeah, but they're going up against the New York Knicks here, who are the hottest team in the league at the moment. 8-game win streak, 8-game cover streak as well. They've also been hot. The Charlotte Hornets have also been really hot on the spread as well and on the money line. But regardless, the Knicks obviously a much different lineup today. OG Anunoby, who has been so effective on both sides of the ball recently. OG Anunoby, they're going to miss his absence today. One of the best two-way players in the NBA. He also went over his points prop line in each of his last 5 games. So he's been playing the game at the highest of levels on both sides of the ball in terms of offensive and defensive efficiency. OG Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns, he's been a net negative offensively recently in terms of his efficiency, but he's been rebounding the hell out of the ball. It's been he's been a menace on the offensive boards as well. Karl Anthony Towns, Mr. Storage Room himself. But yeah, I mean, this is going to. I mean, we can't really assess this game accurately when we look at last 5, last 10 for both of these teams. No Jalen Duren, no OG, no Towns. I mean, we have to throw a lot of the recent metrics out of the window here. One thing I can assume is that both teams are going to try to push the pace here. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a track meet as both teams try to compensate for the absence of their bigs here. That's actually a bet that I'm considering adding here at the close is a late over. Let me just see what the line is. Smash the like button for me too, guys, if you guys don't mind. Let me just see what the line is. It's 220.5. Yeah, I'm gonna add that as a bet right now. Over 220.5 for this game. A rare total pick for me, a pregame total. It might not be very popular, guys, but I think these teams are going to compensate for the absence of their starting centers. Not starting centers, but like their two main bigs, by pushing the pace here. It is something that I've seen with many teams this season. And I'm going to bet the over here at 220.5. It's only a half unit bet. I'm going to add that on the board right now. And I just bet it, so. Okay, so that's the bet that I've added for now. Knicks Pistons over 220.5 to win a half unit. Nothing for me in the way of player props for that game, unfortunately, because it's going to be very difficult to assess pregame with these, I'd say different lineups right now. So a part of me did want to bet Tobias Harris to go over his points line, but it's been heavily adjusted due to the absence of Jalen Duren. I'm more comfortable betting Tobias Harris to go over 11.5, 12.5 points, 14.5. I believe I'm priced out. I also think there is an edge on betting Cade Cunningham to go over 8.5 assists, 9.5 assists, possibly if you want to take on some risk. Let's move on from this game. I'm going to move on to the Pacers game. See if we can add bets there. Thanks for becoming a member, Vic Jolliffe. Thanks for signing up. I truly appreciate you. Welcome, and thank you for becoming a My Guy supporter. Okay, moving on to the Pacers Bucks game. Then I'll talk about that Timberwolves Pelicans game. I might have a bet to add in the Pelicans Timberwolves game for you. One second. Okay, so the Bucks, the pump fake front office of the Milwaukee Bucks, guys, they tricked everyone into believing that Giannis might get traded this year to boost media outlets around the world for clicks. But regardless, guys, this is a Bucks team that has been playing well over their last two games, but it was against two much easier opponents. They did win against the New Orleans Pelicans on the money line as 4.5-point underdogs at home in a game that went to overtime the other day. And then before that, they destroyed the Chicago Bulls, a game in which they dominated from front to back. This is a team that obviously they're still a few weeks away from having Giannis return to the lineup. They're taking on a Pacers team that rested their entire starting five against the Utah Jazz the other day. And they weren't able to win that game. The Pacers, although their G League players did play well in that game offensively. This game, the line was a bit strange to me, with the Pacers being favored by 1.5 here. Obviously, it does reflect the sudden injection of talent for the Pacers. Obviously, these two teams have a ton of history, divisional opponents. They played in the playoffs last year. There was a bit of animosity between these two teams when the Pacers eliminated the Bucks in the first round. We remember when Tyrese Halliburton's dad did step onto the court, and all the emotional stuff that happened after that. But regardless, Halliburton isn't here. But the Bucks do not like the Pacers. We do know that. They've already played twice this season. The Bucks did win both of those games, although they only covered in two of them. They did win both of those games on the money line. Dramatically different lineups today for the Bucks. Giannis did play in both of those other games. What else? I like what I saw in terms of the ball movement from the Bucks in that last game, but it's still not enough for me to trust this team enough to put my money on them pregame. I'm not opposed to betting on the Bucks with a live bet in game if we can get a better line. I did lean towards the Bucks in this game, guys, but I am going to maybe see if we can get a better line. I also wouldn't be surprised if the Pacers win. It is telling that they are favored on the road here. I have conflicting thoughts here, but in terms of my system, I did lean towards the Bucks. Unfortunately, I'm not going to make a bet pregame here on the spread, but on an individual basis, I do think that we could get a big game from TJ McConnell here relative to his line, relative to his minutes, guys. Obviously not 20, 30 points, but I am pretty confident in TJ McConnell going for 10 plus points here at minus 102 odds. That's an official bet for me already, as you can see below. I also I think we have an edge on betting his assists in this game at over 4.5. Maybe I'll put together a 2-leg player prop parlay for 4+ assists, or maybe I'll add the 4.5 assists for TJ. But in terms of his scoring, I think we have a big time edge there. His ability to create in the pick and roll. This Bucks team has been a big time net negative in transition with their defense. When TJ McConnell gets into the game, he has been an engine in terms of the transition offense of this Pacers team over their last 20 games. And his mid-range jumper is falling. I do think that we could see, he's had some big games against the Bucks in the past as well. And I'm pretty confident that we're going to see a big time game from TJ McConnell here. Let's see if I have any other projections for you guys in this one. Let me just refresh the lines. Okay. I do think that there might be a positive edge here on Aaron Nesmith over 15.5 points for the Indiana Pacers. He's been shooting lights out recently when he's featured in these games. As we all know, he was out for like almost 2 months. But when he returned, it was pretty rough for him in terms of his shooting efficiency. It seems like he has found that shooting touch that we saw in the playoffs last year for the Pacers. And he's had some big time games against the Bucks here. The Bucks, their perimeter defense has been lacking recently. I'm not a big fan of AJ Green and Ryan Rollins on the perimeter defensively. I think there's a chance that Aaron Nesmith will light these guys up today. Maybe 15 plus points, or maybe over 15.5 assists. 15.5 points there. I said assists. Whoa. I also think that there is an edge on betting Andrew Nembhard for his assist line as well at over 7.5, guys. He has been the engine of the Pacers and their offensive attack since returning to the lineup from his own injury problems. Andrew Nembhard has also had some big games against the Bucks in the past, and as a sizable guard, he is a matchup nightmare for this Bucks team, in my opinion. His ability to roll downhill in transition, his ability to really dissect opposing defenses when games slow down. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes over his points and assist line, but I have an edge here when I crunch the numbers at over 7.5 assists for Andrew Nembhard. So just 1 second. It's a bit strange. Something I just saw something strange. Um. Okay, guys. It's very unfortunate, but I'm actually going to have to end the stream. A couple of my family members are texting me left and right about something that's going on. It's not an emergency, but it's something that I have to help them with. And I'm actually going to end the stream. Apologies to everyone. Shout out to all of the real ones out there. Shout out to all of the real ones who are interacting with me on social media as well. Guys, I'll leave you guys with one bet. This player is on the injury report tonight, but I think he will play. Hopefully I'm right. If he does play, it's in the Grizzlies Blazers game. I'm going, if you guys can smash the like button for me, I'll add another bet for you guys right now on the way out, an official bet, something that I was going to wait to see if he does play, but if he doesn't play, it'll be voided. Either way, I do have a bet to add right now, so go ahead and smash that like button. Let me do a bit of line shopping before I end the stream. Usually I stream for 4, 5, even 6 hours, guys, during the games. That was my intention today. We have a bunch of games tomorrow. I will come on early for you guys and stream all day. I have some family stuff going on, unfortunately, today that has, it's, you guys know how it is. So I'm going to have to take care of that business. You guys can follow me on Twitter as well, on X. Maybe if I place a live bet, I'll tweet it there or I'll share it in the free Discord as well, guys. But I am encouraging you guys to interact with me on X, on Twitter, or on Instagram. Either way, guys, this is something that I'm going to have to get off the stream in about probably 10 minutes, unfortunately. I'm going to have to answer a call and have a 3-way call. But anyways, much love to you guys. I just want to say you guys make these streams what they are. You guys are the absolute realest. Shout out to everyone out there who's been keeping it real. I just want to say I'll have a big stream for you guys tomorrow. We have a ton of games. I'll stream even in the afternoon tomorrow. I will have a big watch along. We'll watch all of the games and I'll help you guys get ready for the games tomorrow. Just want to say shout out to you guys. You guys are the absolute realest. On the way out, if you guys can, smash the like button. Join my free Discord. It's in the description below. And let's see if we can get the stream to 200 likes, guys. A bunch of you guys who are watching didn't hit the like button, and I'll add a bet right now. Let me go ahead and prepare it for you right now. And I hope you guys go undefeated with all of your bets today. Let's see if we can get to 200 likes, guys. Thank you so much. And once again, I usually interact with everyone in the chat. I see you guys, man. You guys are the absolute realists. If you guys can, please return tomorrow. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Shout out to all of the members as well. We'll get back to normal tomorrow. We'll get back to normal tomorrow. And yeah, sometimes when your family needs, not sometimes, every time. Always be there for your family. Always be there for your loved ones, guys. But you guys are my fam as well here online. And I just want to say shout out to you guys. So, and I just placed the bet, so I'm going to share it with you guys right now on the way out. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. It's actually Denny Avdia of the Blazers over 21.5 points. If he plays tonight, guys, he has a distinct matchup edge in this game. He hasn't been playing well recently, but if he plays tonight, I think he has a chance to stuff the stat sheet. I also think there's an edge on his assist line as well at over 5.5 assists tonight. So maybe you might want to look at over 25.5 points and assists combined. It's up to 26.5 on a couple of books, but I'm going to bet a half unit on his points line tonight. Let's see if we can go 6-0 with all of these bets. I'll see you guys on Twitter, on X, and in the free Discord as well. You guys can always tag me in there, join the conversation. Shout out to you guys. You guys have been the absolute realists. It's Myguyknowsaguy. here on my sports betting predictions channel. The best is yet to come, guys. I have a lot of interesting things planned for you guys here on the channel. We'll get back to normal tomorrow. Let me tell you guys right now, because we have We have 10 games tomorrow, so, and a couple of them are early games. Maybe I'll come on early and we'll do an all-day stream tomorrow. So, shout out to you guys. Best of luck with all of your bets. I'm always rooting for you, and I'm going to have to take care of a couple of things. Smash the like button for me on the way out, and I'll see you guys in the free Discord. It's in the description below. Subscribe to my channel. Best of luck with all of your bets. We'll get back to the live betting tomorrow during the games. And, yep, that's it, guys. See you.